In 1940s Hollywood, glamour was the currency, beauty was the standard, and starlets sparkled under blinding studio lights. But behind the glitz, hidden beneath the shimmering gowns and the flawless makeup, one actress was secretly changing the course of history. Imagine a Hollywood icon, gorgeous, brilliant, and scandalous, who wasn't just starring in blockbuster films, but also quietly inventing technology that would someday give you the very Wi-Fi you're probably using to watch this video right now. Wild, right? Meet Hedy Lamarr, the ultimate Hollywood bombshell of the 1940s, whose beauty inspired the animated Snow White and Catwoman's iconic look. Yep, that fierce. On screen, she was celebrated for her looks and charm, a classic pinup girl who captivated millions. Off-screen, she was a genius inventor who casually helped shape modern wireless communication, basically laying the groundwork for Bluetooth, GPS, and Wi-Fi. But here's the real tea. Almost nobody knew her secret until decades later. Today, we're diving deep into the life of Hedy Lamarr. From her dazzling rise as a Hollywood legend to the jaw-dropping inventions that completely rewrote her legacy. How did one woman conquer Hollywood and science at the same time? And why did history almost completely ghost her genius? Buckle up, because this story is seriously unreal. Born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler in 1914, Vienna, Hedy Lamarr didn't exactly start life like a typical Hollywood starlet. Her parents were wealthy and cultured, which gave her access to top-tier education from the jump. Young Hedy was insanely curious about everything, especially tech stuff. While most girls were playing with dolls, Hedy was taking apart music boxes and rebuilding radios. Her parents were supportive but never dreamed their little girl would change the tech world forever. At just 17, she starred in a film that shook the world, literally. The 1933 Austrian movie Ecstasy became infamous overnight because she appeared nude in some scenes, scandalizing conservative Europe. Overnight, she went from unknown teenager to notorious sensation. And suddenly, everyone had opinions about her. But Hedy didn't sweat the controversy. To her, acting was a way out, an escape route toward independence. Her life got even crazier when she married Fritz Mandl, an insanely rich Austrian arms dealer. He wasn't just wealthy, the guy was literally supplying weapons to dictators. Fritz was obsessive, jealous, and controlling, basically the definition of toxic. But here's the crazy twist. His shady dealings exposed Hedy to top-secret military tech, laying the groundwork for her future inventions. Talk about turning a bad situation into a flex. Eventually, Hedy couldn't take Fritz's controlling vibe anymore. She hatched a legit movie plot escape, fleeing Austria dressed as her maid, smuggling her jewelry in her suitcase, and running straight to London. From there, it was only a matter of time before Hollywood came knocking. MGM's Louis B. Mayer signed her on the spot. Just like that, Hedwig Kiesler transformed into Hedy Lamarr, the dazzling new face Hollywood didn't know it desperately needed. In the 1940s, Hedy exploded onto the scene, quickly becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses. Her films like Algiers, Ziegfeld Girl, and Samson and Delilah made her a legend. Fans loved her sultry voice, magnetic eyes, and radiant charm. But while the world saw only beauty, something deeper brewed beneath the surface. Hollywood tried putting Hedy in a box, but she had too much fire and ambition to stay there. In between takes, she worked obsessively on inventions. Yep, the Hollywood star secretly spent hours sketching ideas in her trailer. Her passion? Helping the Allied forces during World War II. She wasn't just posing for pictures. She wanted to save lives. Hedy realized enemy forces were jamming radio signals, causing devastating torpedo attacks. She thought, there has to be a better way. And that's when she linked up with George Antheil, an avant-garde composer. Weird combo, but trust me, it works. Together, they invented something called frequency-hopping spread spectrum technology. Basically, this innovation made radio signals jump rapidly between frequencies, keeping them secure from enemy interference. This wasn't just cool tech. It was groundbreaking. Hedy and George were so confident that they donated the patent to the US Navy, hoping it would change the war's outcome. But here's the wildest part. The Navy completely dismissed it. They saw her as just a pretty face. Their reaction? Maybe you'd better stick to your glamorous career, Miss Lamarr. Seriously, can you imagine inventing world-changing technology and being told to just stick to smiling for the camera? Wild disrespect. Here's a quick mind-blower for you. What would the world look like today if Hedy Lamarr's invention had been taken seriously from day one? Would technology be even more advanced? Or did the delay change history forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This one's deep. Hedy was crushed, but kept grinding in Hollywood. She was still at the top of her acting game, but behind closed doors, things started to spiral. Hollywood got brutal. Roles dried up as younger stars appeared. The glamour machine chewed her up and spit her out, just like it had with Clara Bow and countless others before. But unlike many starlets, Hedy had a secret weapon, her brilliant mind. Ironically, the technology Hedy invented eventually became the cornerstone for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS decades later. She was vindicated, but tragically, she received zero recognition or money during most of her lifetime. The US government didn't officially acknowledge her groundbreaking work until the 1990s, long after her beauty had faded from the public eye. By then, she'd retreated into solitude, avoiding the spotlight and living quietly in Florida. She even avoided receiving her awards publicly, feeling betrayed and bitter about how Hollywood and history had treated her. This glamorous woman, once the epitome of Hollywood royalty, died in obscurity in January 2000, largely forgotten by the industry she helped build, both artistically and technologically. So what did we learn from Hedy Lamarr's insane life story? Beauty and brains aren't mutually exclusive. And sometimes, society isn't ready for women who have both. Hedy Lamarr's life teaches us that true legacy isn't just what people see, it's what you leave behind. She showed us that true genius often goes unnoticed at first, especially if it's wrapped in unexpected packaging. But in the end, talent and brilliance always rise to the surface. Today, Hedy Lamarr isn't just remembered as a beautiful actress. She's a feminist icon, a tech pioneer, and a reminder that being underestimated can sometimes be your greatest advantage. Her legacy screams louder now than ever. Never judge someone by appearances, because beneath the surface, there might be a mind ready to change the world. Speaking of iconic bombshells who changed Hollywood forever, do you know who started it all? I'm talking about Jean Harlow, Hollywood's original blonde bombshell, the blueprint for everyone from Marilyn Monroe to Madonna. Her life was scandalous, glamorous, tragic, and groundbreaking, all rolled into one. You think Hedy Lamarr's life was wild? Just wait until you hear what went down with Jean Harlow. Seriously, tap that thumbnail right now because Jean's story will have you absolutely shook.